Dick Cheney, meanwhile. Dick Cheney, 71 years old, long history of heart troubles. I think he's had 14 heart attacks, or I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 14 heart attacks over the past 20 some odd years. He is in a Virginia hospital, received a heart transplant Saturday, raising controversy as to whether or not a 71-year-old should be getting a heart transplant before younger people, and also raising controversy as to whether or not Dick Cheney should get a heart transplant. The AP reports that Cheney and his family have no idea who the identity of the donor is. It's unclear whether or not the donor is aware of who the donee is. That, I would think, is very crucial. I cannot believe that it would be the right thing to do to any family to let them know that their loved one who passed away donated their heart to Dick Cheney. That, to me, seems like one of the cruelest things that could ever happen. I don't wish Dick Cheney ill, but I'd be lying if I wished him well, if I told you I wished him well. The odds of survival are good. More than 70% of heart transplants recipients live for at least 5 years, although survival is a bit lower for people over the age of 65. 332 people over the age of 65 received a heart transplant last year. The majority occur in 50 to 64-year-olds. There's 3,100 people, Americans, on the list waiting for heart transplants. I don't know if it is ethical for a 71-year-old to get a heart transplant before someone who is younger, but there's 100,000 plus Iraqi civilians who could use a life transplant now. And at least some of that is, maybe it's hard to imagine any other person in the world who bears more responsibility for that than Dick Cheney. I don't know what the percentage is, but he'd be hard-pressed to find someone who bears more responsibility. Went back to the CIA 24 times until they gave him the intelligence, in quotations, that he wanted to lie this country into war. And, of course, he also rode atop our torture regime in this country. I wonder if his new heart could withstand a waterboarding. It might be interesting to see, for the sake of science, to see if that's the case. But, so good luck to Dick Cheney with that new heart. And if there's a box you can check off the next time you decide to become an organ donor, one that includes no war criminals to get the organ that I'm donating when I die. That's the one I would check off.